Hi, guys. Welcome to the Rich in Truth podcast, the podcast where we keep it 100% real and just talk about our lives and our truths. Today, I have a very special guest, and it's my friend, Bobby Kasanga. Please introduce yourself for the people.
You've done it. Bobby Kasanga, founder of Hackney Football Club, Big Eagle Media, and Think Outside the Blocks.
I love that. Now, I'm gonna firstly start off by just saying welcome to the Rich and Truth podcast. I'm happy
Thank
to
you.
have you here. We actually planned to have you here before,
Yep,
but
yep.
unfortunately you didn't make it, but you're here now.
I'm here. I'm here.
I appreciate that. So you're Congolese, right? Was you born there?
Congolese.
So it's the Jamaican in me. Was you born there?
Yeah, I was born there. Came here when I was 3 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's your first language?
Lingala.
Lingala.
No, and French as well.
And you speak French really well.
Not really well, but I can speak French.
But so you can understand. Yeah, you can have a fully functioning
Yeah.
conversation in it. Cool. So I feel like you're known as, like, to me, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're known as someone who you grew up in Peckham, you got into crime, and then you came out and you like completely like changed your life around in
Yeah.
a really positive light. That's what I feel like you're known for.
Yeah.
And obviously you have your blogs and whatnot. So I just want to, obviously you've discussed your story before, but for those who might be coming to my channel and they've never seen you before, give us like a really brief summary of just like how growing up was for you and like how you got into crime.
Yeah, sure. Grew up in Peckham, South London, as everyone knows, renowned for sort of a gang area, even though now it's a little bit gentrified. Got involved with the Peckham boys. Was a talented footballer, but the allure of fast money and so on, trying to impress other people, gets to you. And then end up going into prison for conspiracy to rob cash and transit vans, which was linked to two murders which had nothing to do with me, but all of it was kind of interconnected.
Yeah.
And I ended up spending 8 years of my life in prison, so from 2007 to 2015.
Crazy. 8 years. That's a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm assuming it wasn't easy for you.
It wasn't easy, but I've always been very entrepreneurial. So when I was inside, I was able to make income for myself by running bookies, having a shop, and so on. I was always kind of I'm very creative, so I'm always able to create sort of an atmosphere within the prison where I might make it fun for everyone, kind of thing. So late at night when you have to sleep and you have to think about your thoughts, then that's a part that it gets really hard because you're away from your family. My firstborn was born while I was in prison, so that was hard. So we never had that early kind of bond, and then just seeing her growing up and then being away from your family as well, it's always kind of hurtful. But you get on with it.
Yeah. So obviously you've come out of prison now. You started your Hackney Wick FC, as you mentioned earlier, which is now like a semi-pro football club, which is amazing. Like, how did you start it? How did it come about?
So many talented footballers in jail.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, these kids are missing out, man. So let me come out and try to do something. So living in Hackney, there was no team in Hackney. I said, I'm going to start one over here. Literally door knocking on people's doors like, yo, hi, my name's Bobby. I just come out of prison. I'm starting a football club. Someone will close the door. Someone will leave the door open, go upstairs and get me money. Say, here's £5, here's £10. And then just started going on Twitter, telling everyone Hackney Football Club coming soon, come and join. I was putting the work in that week, day in, day out, tweeting, messaging. I mean, if people try to scroll back maybe all the way back to 2015, they'll see all my messages on Twitter just saying, Hackney Football Club coming soon. So I was relentless with that. Just for the back of that, it just kind of grew and then returned to a semi-pro team in 2017.
Yeah. That's amazing. So you basically ultimately done it by like fundraising and like going out, and that's amazing.
Literally fundraising. People drive past me and say, Bobby, what the hell are you doing? I'll be outside of Tesco's in Mayor Street, outside of Clapton and so on with a basket, and there'll be a couple of players with me and people go give £1 and we're like, but I'm like, what they didn't understand is that if
they didn't see the vision.
If 2,000 people walk past and give you £1, that's £2,000.
All right, then.
And while doing that as well, it helped us really just push on the football club. And then the best thing about it was someone walked past and go, oh, what are you doing? Tell them what we're doing. Oh, take my card. I'm from Nike. Take my card from Barclays.
I love
and
that's
how I just kind of
so it's networking. I love that. So obviously doing that, obviously you work with kids. Have you ever had to deal with like backlash or like concerns from the parents just because you've been to jail before?
No, because I was always quite transparent about it. Let people know, yeah, I went to jail. This is what I done.
Yeah.
And so everyone kind of knew the journey already. So it's up to them for if they want to join the football club or not. And it's been a testament to the parents we've had it over the years. We began for 9 years now. So I've seen young people that we had when they was 8, 9 years old, and now they're gone to uni and studied. So for me, that's an achievement in itself, recently. So
yeah, I love that. Obviously you were sponsored by Top Boy.
Yeah,
that's a really big achievement. Like, how did that feel? Like, once you got there?
I mean, I remember when I got the email, I was like, I couldn't believe it. Because by this time we've been having a lot of people come and see us. So we had CNN came to see us, BT Sports, BBC Sports. I remember coming back home one day, and then got an email and I'm reading it. It's like Netflix. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, we've been watching you for the last couple of years. We didn't know how to really work with you, but we're bringing back Top Boy. It's based in Hackney. You got Hackney Football Club. We want to sponsor it. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, just went from there.
That's amazing. And obviously, I just saw recently you secured new football grounds for Hackney Wick FC. Congratulations.
Yes, I mean, technically yes and no. So we found a piece of land.
Yes.
So we're trying to raise the money for it right now. So we're talking to a few investors and seeing how about we can go for that.
Yeah.
But so we're literally just putting the because Hackney's never had its own ground or stadium. So that's the thing that we're really kind of pushing for, because that will really kind of cement ourselves in the area and so on. So fingers crossed for that.
Oh, definitely. Fingers crossed, 100%. So obviously you're a family man yourself. Is it all daughters that you have?
2 daughters, yeah.
2 daughters. Yeah. So how would you feel if, like, one of them like came home and was like, "Hi dad, like I met this guy, but he'd been to prison." Do you feel like you would have more compassion because you've been to prison, or do you feel like you'll be like, "No, I don't want that for my daughters"?
Bit of both. I would have to speak to the person, because my eldest is going to be 16 on Tuesday, actually.
Yeah.
So, but with her, we was at an open relationship where I tell her, speak to me, let me know, talk to me about anything, right?
Yeah.
So even last year, she told me, oh, there's a boy who invited her out for Valentine's. So I said, let me chat to him. And I spoke to him and so on. Then they went on a date, so we made sure she was back at a certain time, kind of tracked her where she was on WhatsApp and so on. And then I had my football event last year as well. Then there's another guy that was trying to talk to her, kind of thing, and she brought him along to the football match. So we kind of rushed him a little bit, messing around, kind of thing. But she can feel comfortable, like, oh, I can speak to my dad about certain things.
I love that.
It's like, I think when you try to, like, oh, you can't this, you can't do that, they'll go and do things behind your back anyway, kind of thing. So it's always like, look, speak to me. But so in regards to your question, it kind of really depends how long they were in jail for, what they're doing, what their plans are, because some people don't have a plan. I had a plan when I came out of prison, and I came out when I was 28, going on to 29, so I've done 8 years. So it depends on how young they are as well, because if they're sort of her age and so on, they still got a whole future. Sometimes, it just depends. I wouldn't completely rule it out. I wouldn't be for it, but in the day, if someone likes someone, they like someone, the last thing you can do is tell them, you can't date this person, because then it just goes against you.
Yeah, no, I hear that. You yourself, not too long ago, got legally married.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How did you meet? I know you wrote a song.
Yeah,
it was at Carnival you met.
Yeah, don't remind me of the song. But yeah, met an 016 Carnival, as I said. So met at Carnival.
See, guys, you can find love at Carnival.
And seen her, she's absolutely stunning. And for me, funnily enough, my battery had died. You know, in Carnival, you just trying to go and get. And then by the time I got there, I was like, oh, she's stunning. Then I was like, oh, my battery's dead. And then she took my number, and then she messaged me that lady, said, oh yeah, this is me. And then she stood up straight away, because I got the message straight away, and then I started chatting to her, like literally ruled out any other girl from Carnival from that day on.
I love that. It was meant to be. Yeah. So obviously, I think you said she's Jamaican.
You're half Jamaican and half Nigerian.
Yeah, and then you're Congolese fully.
Yeah, fully.
Yeah. So what's some of the, like, cultural differences have you guys experienced?
Oh, there's so much cultural differences.
I know. We spoke about it briefly before. That's how I brought up.
So there's food. Obviously, she's from the Caribbean, and she's more on the Caribbean side because she grew up on the Caribbean side of her family.
Okay.
And then obviously I'm Congolese, so I'd want sort of pondu and stuff like that as well.
But you know, they say Congolese is basically the African Jamaicans, that you guys are the closest to us.
So they say. So there's not too much difference. But yeah, I just think how we kind of do certain things as well. And don't get me wrong, there's things that she's kind of taught me from her culture that I've adopted and vice versa. But I think it's more so just understanding because I guess in African culture it's very patriarchy, and in Caribbean culture it's very matriarchy, where the mom kind of rules the house, and certain things like, so in the African household the fathers hardly cook. Where in the Jamaican household, the fathers are going to throw down kind of thing.
Yeah, they
so is
cook
that
good. Jamaican men can cook good.
So is that trying to find that kind of balance in terms of so it's all about compromise, really. It's about compromise. So but we got there.
Yeah. Do you cook at home?
Sometimes I don't. I mean, what we have a rota, right? So we alternate days. So today's your day to cook. Today's my day. On my day, I normally just get takeaway. I normally just get takeaway.
Lazy.
Yeah, no, it's not, I'm just so busy. So by the time I get home, it's like literally, you know what? I ain't gonna cook now. Yeah. What do you guys want to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with like any cultural differences that go with like that between like your wife and like your mum? Because like you see, like they say in men's lives, the two important women should be their wife and the mum. Yeah. But like some men struggle because they're like, do I go with my wife's point of view? Do I go with my mum's?
I mean, we've had things like that before as well, like where there's just difference in cultures, but it's about just trying to understand. Yeah. That there are gonna be differences. I have to speak to my wife and say, you know what? This is how African people do it. So just and then speak to my mom. So you understand, you guys are old school in the UK now. It's completely different as well. But I think it's just that knowing at the end of the day is that your wife is who you're going to be with for the rest of your life, basically. So you kind of have to understand that, whatever you've done in the past in regards to your family and so on, is that this is who you're with and who you've chosen to. So you kind of have to side upon that, basically. But there's always going to be a mum's always gonna love her son, especially me. I'm the firstborn kind of thing, and then on the other side as well is that you got your wife. So there is sort of culture differences that happen, but nothing that's sort of crazy that would make people say, you know what, okay, this is it. We're not gonna continue kind of thing. So
I hear it. It's just I hear it. So obviously you wrote a song, as I said, dedicated to your missus, which I loved. And you also done like Peckham flow, and you got loads of people on the remixes and stuff, which was good. But like, would you ever pursue music, or is it just a bit of fun?
Nah, man, a bit of fun. I just turned 38.
What, you think there's an age on music? Come on, there's rappers that are older.
No. I think personally, right? Rappers who are older is fine as long as you've been rapping from before. So like Nas, Jay-Z, you've been rapping. Okay.
But do you have to be rapping, like been rapping and be successful, or just been rapping?
No. So you have to be rapping. So like if you've been rapping from before, people know. I can't just turn around now and drop Peckham Floor and drop
O16 Carnival. Like.
I know you can. And then don't get me wrong, it's fun. Yeah. It'll be a bit of fun and hobby. Everyone tells me, no, just keep dropping. But I'm like, it's not for me. It's not music's not my passion like that. So it's hard. But like, fun. It's a bit of fun. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it when I do it. Missus will be like, please not another song, kind of thing. But so for me,
pick up the missus. I feel her.
Or is it you got the same thing?
Listen, anywho.
But it's literally. I think when you get to a certain age, it's like leave it to the kids. Similar with football, right? I was still playing football with the young players in my team. We had the football club. So imagine you own the club. You want to be the manager. You want to be the coach. You want to take the penalty. You want to take the corner. And the day is
it's too much.
The kids, so basically, so for me, so it's not a thing that I'm ever pursuing. Now I'm going into music management. I'm helping other young people trying to find their passion and dreams, basically.
I love that. Obviously, big up Rimsy. He shouted you out on a song.
Yeah,
I've got a big ego like Bobby Kasanga.
Come on.
Talk about how you started Big Ego Media, the blog.
Do you know what? It didn't even start as a blog page. So what originally happened, when I was in prison, I wrote 2 books. Yeah. And the books were based upon my case that I went to jail for, right? Yeah. And I remember everyone in jail was reading my book. Every jail I went to, people were like, oh, where's that book? Where's that book? So when I got out of jail, people were like, yo, that book you should make into a drama series, you make it into a film. I didn't have the budget for it, basically. So I thought, you know what? Let me just try a thing. So I got a bunch of young people that lived in the area that want to create a short film kind of thing and make a drama series out of it. But I wanted people to understand how dangerous Peckham was at the time when I'm kind of depicting the story, because obviously there's 2 people who died from my story in real life kind of thing. So I started telling the stories of what happened in Peckham. So this is a story of Paul. He was 15, and on this day, and this is the Paul of Gavin. This is the story of this is the story of that. Yeah. And then that just kind of took off. Yeah. So I think at the time, for anyone who remembers the old school, it's called The Life I Lived 2019. That's what the page was called. So just doing that, and then one day I said, you know what, let me actually tell people the story of actually how I got recruited as a Peckham boy. I done it, put it on YouTube, so on Instagram. It went off and put it on YouTube. My most watched videos got nearly 500,000 views up to this day, and that's when it kind of grew. And then I remember Made You Think, big up AP. He had his blog page, and like I used to say, oh, I love what he does, and I said, you know what, I can just do that. So I can't remember what happened. I just started posting. See people send me videos like posting the memes, and then it just took off. And funny enough, you mentioned Peckham Flow, right? Because my page has been growing, so I might have gone on Nike. We've done the shoot with Nike, done the shoot with Top Boy, so my page has been growing. But it was literally after I dropped Peckham Flow in last year, April time, or March to April time, all of a sudden, I remember I posted a video of Will Smith, and it got 7 million views on Instagram. I'm like, 7 million views on Instagram? And then the page just went off, like literally. That now it's become a business. Now people want to come to me for promo. I charge them, so I've created a business out of nothing. But I try to be impartial with it, because I try to say, look, I'm not a new. People say, oh, Bobby, fact checks. I'm like, I'm not on a fact check really, because end of the day, someone sent me a video. I find it video entertaining. I pull it out there, so I try to make it funny. Try to make it as factually accurate as possible. Put the news out there. Put music out there. Just make it entertaining for people. So it's sort of grown. YouTube channel's grown, and now turned into a business.
Amazing. I love that. And obviously you had a business called Entaba Food. Is it still going on? Or?
Yeah, I mean, it's still there, basically, but it's just down to me on when I can be bothered to actually take it seriously.
So you're inconsistent right now?
Yeah, because it's a brand. Everyone in lockdown, like, it was making nearly like £1,000 a day. Literally everyone's buying it. But food has never been my passion. And then my mum was doing a lot of the cooking and stuff like that as well. So it's like that whole balance of her making sure everything's ready in time, and then I was driving around doing that, and I can always get other people to start doing the driving, but there's a point where people wanted to see me, kind of thing. But it's a brand in itself. So whenever, if today I said, you know what, guys, I'm doing Bob's Taba on the 24th of July, I'll get about 20 orders. But I just can't be bothered sometimes. But it's there. It's there.
No, I hear it. You've obviously reopened Northwold Community Centre, which is big because that was my local community centre growing up. Like my mum literally lives on like the road. Like literally.
You keep saying you're gonna come down, still ain't seeing you.
I'm coming. Oh, okay. I'm coming. Don't draw me out like this.
I hear you.
So how did that come about? Like, how did you go into reopening that?
So I volunteered there 5 years ago, and literally they asked me through one of my friends. She was working at Louise. She's like, oh, she's got a community centre that she's been the manager for, and she wants like football over there. I just came and volunteered. I didn't get paid for it, nothing. But then I got the management started knowing me, who kind of ran the whole operation. Then we went on a trip to Manchester. And they kind of had a conversation, and we've been in touch ever since. And then they was getting rid of the people that used to be over there because they weren't really liking how they worked. They said, look, would you fancy running it? I ain't got the experience to, but why not? So
give it a go.
So we started it in January. We're going into 6 months now. They visited literally just this week for the first time. And they're really happy with it. They want to extend our contract. So
that's amazing. I'm definitely gonna get my ass down there and bring my sister. So you're working on a film/series right now. Am I correct? How's that going?
To be fair, we've not really got started. Okay. But what is happening? I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it or not. But a big production company, a very massive production company that work with HBO, bought the rights to my story. They bought it back in 2018, like good 5-6 years ago. And they're actually making something soon. I can't really say too much, but it's going to be on terrestrial TV very, very soon. But they bought the rights ages ago.
Actress, I'm here.
I forgot you do acting as well.
I'm here.
I hear you. No, but what I have said to them is that when they do get to the point of auditioning, can they allow the people that I work with to get first dibs? And if they get the space or they don't, but at least
that's only right, just to have a chance to audition. For sure, definitely giving back to the community for sure. And obviously, I went to one of your cinema nights, and you showed Menace to Society, which was amazing. Like, when is the next one? I know, like, you was like, yeah, guys, I'm gonna make this a regular thing, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be lit. I heard nothing else.
No, you know what? I was speaking to my wife about this the other day. Actually, kind of thinking of because we had the wedding and then the 32 Barrel Cup.
So guys, we just had a little break. So just finished telling us about the cinema nights.
So me and my wife was talking about that, and I said, yeah, you know what, I am going to be doing that, but just been planning the wedding, so we went abroad. For the wedding.
Congratulations again.
I appreciate it. I think it was amazing. We weren't going to do done the traditionals, and it wasn't really going to go abroad, but we ended up going abroad. So it was actually really, like, I'm happy that we actually done it in the end. It was her idea, and like, it's spot on. So then I got the 32 Bar Cup, which is literally next Sunday. So so much been going on, but 100% the movie night is coming. I put a poll out the other day, so like, let me know what movies you want, so people have been responding.
I didn't see that. Yeah. But guys, definitely look out for it, because honestly, it was actually, I enjoyed myself so much.
I enjoyed it as well.
And I cried no matter how much times I've seen Melissa say, oh, yes, I go ball. Seriously. So I saw online that you were going to have a boxing fight with Paul Bridges. Is that real, or is that?
Punch up Paul still.
Oh my God, Paul. Don't have that. Don't
Paul,
have
I'm gonna
that.
Punch you up. Just wait till the 32 Bar Cups next week Sunday. As soon as that's done, everything's on you right now. So, but yeah, it's funny because I see myself as a bit of a fighter, although I've not had a fight in years.
Yeah, you still got it though. You still
got
got
it. Hands, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not fit. But anyway, just randomly.
Yeah.
I think it was Big Doug. You know, Big Doug with Pound Sterling. They got podcast,
yeah.
Remember everyone doing a whole fighting thing a few years ago with Bounce and everyone.
Yeah.
And Big Doug's a big lad, right? Yeah. He's huge, massive. So I was like, you always have to go for the big person. So I called that Big Doug. I'm like, yo, I reckon I can have my man. Yeah. And he's like, no, you can't. I'm like, no, I reckon I can have him because I know I throw hands, right? Yeah. And we're gonna actually make it into a thing. Yeah. But it didn't quite materialize, and then everyone kind of moved on. Then I see a video of Big Doug pushing some crazy amount of weight, like lifting mad weights. And I just kind of joked around like, bloody hell, to think I was gonna fight this guy as a joke. Then Paul said something like, me too, because I think him and Big Doug had a bit of a back and forth on the podcast. Yeah. Randomly, I looked at my DM. Paul's like, because I've been doing gym lately, innit? Yeah. Although I kind of stopped again after the wedding and stuff. But Paul messaged me randomly, like, oh, I used to think I could beat you up in a fight, but I've seen that you're going to the gym now, so I'm not sure right now. I was like, you're damn right, I'll punch you up, you madman. So then I screenshot that and put it out there. Yeah. So if you look back at that, like, yeah, you guys should do it. So, but I just told him, you know what? Yeah. I can't push it right now because I was getting married. Yeah. And with that, he can catch me with a sneaky punch, and then I'm going to my wedding with a black eye.
True.
It's not gonna
Very
work
true.
out.
Gotta be smart.
Yeah, so I said, you know
Gotta put the wedding first.
I said, yeah, let me just wait for that. Now that's out of the way, it's on.
Oh, I look forward to that, guys. Look out for that. Yeah. So just one more question, and then we're gonna go into the fire round. Yeah. Which is, you started mentoring Foreign. Yeah. Which he's doing music and acting. And I see him and he's doing really, really well, and that's a good look. Just how did that start, and like what can we do as like an audience to like help him and support him and stuff?
I think with Foreign, he's just a talented young kid, and I get this all the time where people message me all the time, like, yo, Bobby, because I got the page and so on, and got that marketing, like, yo, can you manage me and so on? And he just messaged me and I said, like, oh yeah, I fuck with what you do and so on. I'm a music artist, so on. So I checked him out, like, yo, actually cold, like he's like literally, I'm like, cool, let me see what we can do. He came to meet me, and he played me some music, and we done a little freestyle, and it went off. I'm like, there's something about this kid, and I just like his aura and
star quality,
and the fact he was Congolese as well, that added that added a bonus to it as well. And I just being like sort of like really rocking with him. It's like he's a good kid trying to find his way. Of course, it's hard because in the day he's 19, right? I'm 38. I'm actually double his age basically, which is crazy, right? Yeah. But it's like, I can see myself in him when I was that age as well, trying to have big dreams and trying to pursue things. I'm like, you know what, whatever I can do, let me try and do. So we started doing this music thing. So I'm managing them, just seeing where we can go with it. Yeah. And just for the community, if you it's not by force, but if you rock with his music, you like it. First thing, just subscribe to his YouTube channel. Yeah. For the first 2 songs, we pull out on major platforms. We put it on Press Play. Yeah. Then we pull it on GRM. Yeah. And like, you know what? just start doing things on your own page. Like, at least you grow, and that's how you grow financially and
Definitely,
monetize.
and
So,
organically as well. You get your core fans that will come and
so
find
you know
you.
who's actually finding you there and coming to you, and not just because it's on Grime Daily.
Yeah.
So we released it. It got 5K views in 4 days now on there.
Wow, that's
and
good.
Then the Spotify's about to hit 1,000 streams, and that only just released that this week on his own.
Perfect.
So slowly. So whoever's following him, just follow him on his Instagram, follow on his TikTok, and just stream his music. And when he's got a show, pull up.
I love that. Yeah. Right. So this is a serious question now, Bobby. Yeah. So obviously, I feel like online, especially on your blog page, because you've got Big Ego Media, you've got Big Ego Women, you've got Big Ego Sports. Yeah. I don't know if I missed anything else, but you've got your personal page
Big
as a
Ego
blog.
Money as well, yeah.
Yeah, Big Ego Money. Yeah, that's financial advice now. That's a new one. Then you've got your own page, Bobby Kasanga, which is almost like a blog. Yeah. And I feel like across them, I always see you guys like talking about snitching, but it's just like, what do you guys classify as like snitching? Because I see like little videos, and I'm like, that's not snitching. Like, that's not, because like, all right, so to put it into layman's terms, like obviously you know me, you know me to have a partner. Yeah. If you saw, so you know us both. Yeah. If you saw my partner doing a madness, would you tell me, or would you classify that as snitching?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
Are you being serious right now?
I couldn't tell you.
No, are you actually being big serious?
I'm being big serious. You know why?
You knew me first.
No, you know why? Do you know why?
Why?
Because you guys' relationship is your relationship, right? And who am I to come and try to change? Because for all I know, right? You may have done something in the past, or he may have done something and you guys might have made up, or I don't know, right? I don't know you guys' relationship, right? But what I'm trying to say is that you don't go into other people's relationships. Because when they make up, let's say, for example, I came and I told you something, and then later on down the line, you guys make up. You're going to look at me like that, raw. You're going to look at me funny as well.
No, I'm going to be grateful that you informed me of something that obviously otherwise I wouldn't know. Like, so if you have a daughter, so if her man was out there doing a madness, you would want someone to inform her, no?
There's a difference, right?
No. So see my friends. No. They can get done now. They can get done wrong. But not my daughter. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's like this, right? A father's love for their kid is just paramount. Like, my youngest is there. That's my best friend in the whole world. That's my best friend in the whole world.
Yeah, but you should feel about that. About like, you should not want any of your female friends or family members to get hurt.
I hear that, right? But I've seen it happen in the past with many people before, like where someone's gone and told something, and then those people have made up, and then you look like the fool. So I don't want to be the fool in someone's relationship. I want whatever is supposed to happen between them. Because what you don't know doesn't hurt you, right?
No, I don't agree with that.
No, why am I coming to hurt you?
I don't agree with that, because I feel like I could now go on, potentially marry this person, have kids with this person under a false pretense that there's someone that they're not, because they're out there doing me wrong, and I don't know that. And if I did have that information, then I'll be able to change the course of my life, because the truth is I'm going to find out later on down the line. But once I've had married them and had kids, it's a different story.
I hear you, but I just don't like to get involved in other people's relationships. That's just
Bobby,
me.
I'm disappointed. I'm sorry. And just FYI, like, if you ever, like, I would want to know.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I'm side-eyeing you real hard right now. No, I'm not even joking. Like,
you can't get involved in people's relationships. You can't get. It's like for example, right? God forbid you see my partner with someone, you're gonna come and tell, oh, Bobby, I saw. You don't know that could be her brother, that could be a cousin. You're gonna come and tell me, oh, I saw your partner somewhere. Or if you saw her with or you saw me with someone, you're gonna go and tell, oh yeah, I saw Bobby with someone. It's like it's not my business. And I don't know.
No, but if you know the person's done the person wrong, yeah, I would say, like, if I know you, I would say I would.
Yeah.
I would, and then I would leave that up to you whether you want to do something about it or not. But you making a decision well informed. But okay, cool, whatever. You'll leave me out in the desert.
No, you know what I'll do?
That's been noted. No, don't change your view now.
No, I'll show you what I do. Right? I'll pray about it, and I'll ask God to guide you guys for Him to give you the revelation that you need.
All right. Well, we're going to quickly jump into general knowledge and then we're going to end it. Okay, so What is the largest mammal in the world? Don't worry, it's a
Whale. Blue whale or sperm whale, one of them.
Well done. You got one right, guys. All right. Which organ in the human body is capable of regenerating tissue? A, heart, B,
Liver.
kidneys, C, lungs, D, liver. Well
Liver.
done. Oh my God. See, it's because you're not drinking. Like, if you was drinking now.
I'm not a drinker, but now I was in top set in school.
All right, number 3. What is the term used for a baby kangaroo? A, cub, B, pup, C, Joey, D, kid.
Joey. I remember this one's a Joey.
Well done. Yeah. Okay. Which planet is known for having rings? A, Saturn, B, Pluto.
Saturn. Come on, that one's obvious.
Well done.
Saturn.
Yeah, I know. I was planning on you
but
being
to be
drunk
fair, I
at this
think
bit.
Jupiter also got a ring, but it's very faint. But Saturn's known to have
Jupiter is more known for being the largest planet, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's known for.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the capital of Australia?
Canberra.
Correct. Right, this is the last one. You've actually got them all right, innit?
Come on.
Jesus. Okay. Name 3 countries beginning with N.
With N.
Yeah.
Netherlands. One. Netherlands begins
Yep.
with N. What's it called? I call it Namibia.
Namibia.
No, Namibia. Nam. Namibia. Yeah, Namibia.
Hold on.
Namibia. Yeah.
Yep, that's correct.
And let me go eat. I can go. I just do a simple one. New Zealand.
Well done, buddy. That's 5 out of 5. No, I respect it.
But I was trying to write Namibia, and I got Nambi. I need to get this. Nambi.
No, it's Namibia.
I think I'm dyslexic. Dyslexic now.
Yeah.
Because even before, when people get onto me about my typos online, right?
Yeah.
I never used to do typos before.
Yeah.
And now I do typos regularly. And the reason why I was doing typos regularly, I wasn't going to get into it, but I know I was doing typos. Yeah. But now when I try not to do typos,
they still come.
I'll read it. Yeah. And I think, that's fine. I'll come back and how the hell did I do that? Sometimes it autocorrect as well, but I realize I think I'm dyslexic now. Yeah, but who knows?
No, I hear it. Yeah. Bobby, thank you so much for pulling up. I'm happy that we finally got you here. We finally got you.
I'm here, man. Always support, guys. Big up, Nay. Watch her show. Like she's a positive person. So yeah, and happy birthday again.
Thank you. Yeah, it's happy belated Gemini gang. Woo! It's Kara's Gemini as well. Her birthday's on Tuesday. Yeah. We're the best, guys. Yes. Thank you for tuning in. Please stay tuned. I'm gonna put Bobby's anyway on the screen, and you guys can follow him. Keep up to date with everything that he's doing. He's doing some really good things. And if you're local to Hackney, check out the Northwold Community Centre, or you have a young child that's interested in football, Hackney Wick FC. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Take care. Bye.